Welcome to the Helio-X universe. The asteroid belt doesn't play favorites. It doesn't care if you're independent or corporate, experienced or green, lucky or not. It just keeps moving. The miners who know how to read it and how to read each other tend to do better than the ones who don't, and a lot better than the ones who don't even know what they're missing. 3 ships, 2 independent Level 2 Xelon dusk miners, veterans both, flow belt regulars who'd crossed paths out here more times than either could count, and Pratt 7, corporate automated mining vessel, the kind of ship that shows up when a corporation decides machines are cheaper than people. The belt was moving. All 3 were watching. They'd seen Pratt 7 before. Most independent miners had. The corporate bot ships were efficient. Nobody argued that. But efficiency wasn't the same as smart. And out here in the flow belt, smart was worth more than efficient every single time. Then the scanners started lighting up. A cluster of asteroids rolling through the flow, tight together, the way rich finds sometimes come. Close enough now for preliminary composition readings. Both independent miners felt it at the same time. Something good was in that cluster. And so did Pratt 7. Its scanner arrays locked onto the cluster simultaneously, targeting systems activating, corporate algorithms running their calculations. Then the experienced miner's scanner flashed something else entirely. Supernova material detected. Trace readings buried in the composition data of the small asteroids. Ancient stellar material, forged in a dying star billions of years ago. Rarer than anything the bot's algorithm was programmed to prioritize. The 2 independent miners looked at each other across the comms. The window was closing. Time to move. All 3 ships went to full thrust at almost exactly the same moment. The 2 ZD Level 2s surging forward on Helio-X drives, amber engine glow cutting through the belt. Pratt 7 right behind them on corporate thrusters. The cluster was coming in fast. The question was who got there first and what they did when they arrived. Into the flow belt with shields up. This was why newbies didn't venture into Belt 2. The debris density alone would shred an unshielded ship in minutes. The 3 vessels plunged through incoming rocks and dust, shields absorbing the smaller impacts, the larger ones deflecting off. Fast, dangerous, completely routine for anyone who knew what they were doing. Neither independent miner was working with the other exactly. Independent miners didn't work together. That wasn't the culture. But they both knew what they didn't want, and what they didn't want was Pratt 7 getting there first. They cut in, blocked angles, forced recalculations, not coordinated, just aligned. Close enough now for deep composition scans. The experienced miner's display filled with data. The large asteroid, palladium, nickel, iron, good numbers, high mass, the kind of reading that made the corporate algorithm happy. But the 2 smaller asteroids told a different story. Iridium, platinum, palladium, and there, gold. The scanner's isotope analysis showed R-process nucleosynthesis signatures, elements that could only have been forged in a supernova explosion. Ancient stellar material, tumbling through Belt 2 for longer than humanity had existed. The bot saw mass. He saw something else entirely. He'd been reading belt scanners for longer than his partner had been flying. He knew what gold meant, and he knew what Pratt 7's algorithm didn't know. That the bot prioritized mass, not composition. The large asteroid would win every mass comparison. But gold was gold. Stars could only fuse elements up to iron. Everything heavier than that Every gram of gold and platinum that had ever existed came from a dying star. The bot didn't know what it was looking at. He did. From the outside, all three ships still appeared to be racing for the same target. The large asteroid, the obvious prize, the high mass reading that Pratt 7's systems had already locked as the primary objective. The corporate bot was fully committed. Its tractor systems warming up. Everything going according to its programming. Everything going exactly as planned. At the last possible moment, both independent ships broke hard, peeling away from the large asteroid in opposite directions, each one driving straight for one of the two small gold-bearing asteroids. Tractor beams locked. The claim was made in the time it took Pratt 7's algorithm to register that something had changed. Pratt 7 locked onto the large asteroid. High palladium content, good mass reading, exactly what its programming told it to take. It was a fine haul by any measure. The bot went to work immediately, efficient as always, completely unaware that it had just been outmaneuvered by two humans who understood something its algorithm didn't. Gold isn't in the mass reading. Gold is in knowing what you're looking at. The two independent miners had their asteroids locked and their cutters running. Pratt 7 was already behind them, mining its large rock, doing what it was built to do. Neither miner felt bad about it. The belt was competitive. Always had been. The bot would transmit its haul report to Pratt Corporation in a few hours. Nobody there would know what had happened either. Both Level 2s worked their asteroids side by side, tractor beams holding, Martian diamond cutters running, collection drones pulling gold and platinum group metals into storage. Ancient stellar material forged in a supernova billions of years ago, now filling the cargo holds of two Level 2 miners on a Tuesday in Belt 2. The kind of cargo that made processing fees worth paying. The flow belt kept moving around them. It always did. Full holds. Course set for Hestia Station. The two ships fell into a loose formation heading home, the flow belt and Pratt 7 falling away behind them. The Pratt 7 continued mining its large palladium asteroid with the same efficiency it brought to everything. Its algorithms had performed exactly as programmed. Its haul report would show a successful operation. Somewhere in a Pratt Corporation data center, a record would update. Nobody would ever know it had been outsmarted. The bot certainly didn't. Outsmart the corporation. Own the belt. Belter Alliance, coming soon from Lozak Gaming. The Helio-X universe. 4 games. 1 connected story. Red Reconquest, available now on Steam. Belter Alliance, Europa Explorer, Helio-X Ascendancy, coming soon.